Apologize 1,000 times over for my tardiness. I feel terrible about it. I hope you guys can forgive me. But I would like to wish you all a very happy Halloween. I hope you guys all had a fantastic Halloween weekend. And I'm sure that you guys have participated in lots of Halloweens since you were born. But I'm also sure that most of you don't really know why you celebrate it, or really the true extent of alcohol usage on university campuses. So originally Halloween was a Celtic holiday. The Celts believes that November 1st was the beginning of a new year. According to Trevarson 2010 article, The Celtic Origins of Halloween Transcend Fear, Swathin was the celebration of the end of summer and the beginning of the dark half of the year. The Celts believed that as the temperatures dropped, the souls of the dead were more likely to cross the barrier between the physical world and the spiritual world, and thus the celebration of witches and ghouls and stuff like that. Now, as depressing as this may sound, the Celts actually highly respected the holiday. They recognized that everything begins from darkness, and viewed the positive relationship between this fact and the calendar year. I mean, think about it. Every day begins from night, and when a child's born, he or she emerges from the darkness of a mother's womb. However, as the Roman Empire conquered the British Isles, the holiday was Christianized. Skeptics 1999, The History of Halloween, reports that the Catholic Church changed November 1st to the celebration of the dead, referring to it as All Hallows Day, a variation of All Saints Day. But you're probably thinking, well, Kyle, Halloween is on October 31st, not November 1st. Well, you are correct. But much like New Year's, the real celebration came the night before, on All Hallows Eve, more commonly known as All Hallows E'en. Ooh. Now, this day was meant to celebrate the dead ancestors, and it was believed that this was the day that they were closest to us, kind of following the Celtic beliefs that we discussed earlier. Now, clearly traditions have changed a bit since ancient Celtic times. Instead of celebrating dead ancestors, children walk from house to house expecting candy, and as we all grow up, we stop trick-or-treating and start celebrating in other ways. This is a graph from a 2010 survey published in the Journal of American College Health titled When Do First-Year College Students Drink Most During the Academic Year? An internet-based survey of daily and weekly drinking. Now, if you look at the light gray line here, which days do we experience the most drinks per day? This is where you guys chime in.
Saturday.
Yeah, all weekend for sure.
Okay, so I'm more going for the day of Halloween, the weekend before that, New Year's Eve, and St. Patrick's Day. Now, a 1993 study by Kimberly Miller and Cynthia Jasper, published on Adolescent Spring, offered an explanation for the spike in October. They found that 75% of students participated in Halloween activities, and of that 75%, 85% of them dressed up. Their theory is that since students dress up for Halloween and they're already stepping outside of their comfort zone, they're more willing to step outside even farther out of that comfort zone to use either alcohol or other illegal substances like marijuana, speed, LSD, things like that. But in contrast, celebratory drinking and intoxication, a 2007 article published by Environment and Behavior concluded that a college student's blood alcohol content is generally higher when celebrating a specific event, such as Halloween, compared to casual drinking. Also, a 2007 study published by Addictive Behaviors by Dan Neal and Kim Frame supported this conclusion. Now, this study is actually more based on college football games, high-profile college football games. But they found that when celebrating, much like Halloween, the usage of alcohol is similar to the usage of Halloween and New Year's. Unfortunately, alcohol consumption on Halloween isn't all fun and games. Because of the dangers of drug and alcohol usage, specifically on celebratory events, universities have begun to crack down to prevent accidents. One such school, as discussed in Spatial Spatial and Temporal Aspects of Alcohol-Related Crime in a College Town, a 2007 essay by Aaron Brower and Lisa Carroll, is the University of Wisconsin-Madison. Now, if I weren't here with you guys today, I'd actually be at the University of Wisconsin-Madison. It's a beautiful campus with a high-profile football program, but also infamously known for their parties. Now, binge drinking at University of Wisconsin has been up to 33% over the national average. And university housing at the university now has a one strike and you're out rule, and only allows one out-of-town visitor per room on these high-profile weekends, such as Halloween, home football games, and their famous end-of-the-year block party. Now, both of these were enacted to help prevent consumption during dorms over these long weekends. In conclusion, the celebration of Halloween has changed dramatically over thousands of years. Originally an ancient Celtic holiday, Christianization has modernized the day, and now it's an excuse for college students to throw one of the biggest parties of the year. Whether you go out tonight or not, whether you honor your ancestors, trick or treat, or party, stay safe and have fun. Thank you.